Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're looking to buy a property in Ireland, Daft.ie is one of the most popular websites to start your search from. In this video, I will show you exactly how to search for property on Daft.ie, how to use the filters properly, and I will give you a few tips that will help you find the best listing faster. So let's jump in. The first thing is to go to the browser and you of course you type in the Daft.ie. I'm already in that page now, and then on the home page you see these on this Daft home page you see the two main options there: buy option or rent. In your case, of course, you would select buy since you're buying a property. And of course, you can maybe go into search to choose a location. And then in this location, you can, for example, search by county, say Dublin, for example. And then, or let's say Kildare, so I live in Kildare County. You can search by the county, for example, it can bring the property in the entire county. You can as well search by the city or town. Let's say Newbridge, for example. Newbridge, if you know the city specific you're looking for, you can search Newbridge. Newbridge is also in the county Kildare. You can go for that. And if you also know a specific area in the or neighborhood, let's say for example you're looking for property in Dublin, you say Clondalkin, for example, that will bring it. Clondalkin, Dublin, or you can go to Dublin as a county, and then let's say Dublin, and then and once you select that, you can now go to select, and then usually there should be a filter here where you can now select which area in Dublin, but otherwise you can just type the name of the city or the neighborhood. Now let's go back to, let's say, County Kildare, for example, and I have that much there, and you just click on this search or done, and then with that it's gonna bring all the properties within the county Kildare for you, and then it is very important to that you understand all the search results. So, for example, like you have all the houses in the Kildare County here now, and you can start to see the price. These are not, so bear in mind, these are not, most of them are not new houses. So you see the price in there. You can see the number of bedrooms. In this case, it's two bedroom. The number of bathroom, one, and the type of house is an apartment, and the location, of course, it's in Kildare. Right, that's the location there. Go to another property here. You can see the bedroom. The number of beds in the house is four-bedroom house, and it has a three bath. The square meter in this case is 124 square meter, and the type of the house is semi-detached, and the price, of course, is 629, and the location is County Kildare, and of course you see the full address there. So if you want to learn more about that property, you go into them, and you can start navigating. Now scroll through, and then of course if you go down you see a lot of details in the description. Let's go through them, so on and so forth. And then now let's have a look and how to use the filter just to narrow your search down a little bit. Now if you want to use this filter, this is where the Daft website becomes really very powerful and interesting. So if you select the filter here, for example, you can maybe kind of choose some price range. Probably you're probably looking for something say within certain range. I like choosing the maximum. Let's say you're looking for something of maximum 375,000 euros. You're not interested in anything above this price. So you put that. And you can also select a property type. For example, if you don't mind, you can just select any property. But if you're looking for a specific, say you're looking for a detached house, for example, you're looking for semi-detached, you're looking for terrace house, townhouse. In this case, or end of terrace. In this case, I'm choosing, for my example, semi-detached. You can also go further to select any facility you want in the house, say parking, for example, that is very important. And then if you want you know, it should be a place where you can even select the number of rooms and minimum and maximum number of beds you have them here. If you want, like, say, not sure, the minimum, it has to be minimum 3 beds. You don't really care. It can be 4 bed or five. That's a plus for you, but you can go to select the minimum. And then BER rating, if need be. You can also, select that. And for example, like any or A1, A2, A3, and so on and so forth. Now let's just say A3. So once you do that, you can see here that in total we now have 24 houses in these properties in this filtration. So I'm saying yes to that, and that bring me these houses like this is somewhere in Bano, in Kilcock, County Kildare. So we have some houses there. They are like now selling 1, 2, 3, and 4 bedroom houses, and the BER, which you obviously these are brand new houses. And then you can go into it and go now. That's where it becomes more interesting. And at this listing, you can see all the type of houses they have there, and they have these other prices. The reason why this is coming up is because I remember selecting choosing the, let's say, the price said at maximum 375, and it's coming up because in the cover ad there's no price set in there, so no specific price there. That's why it's coming up. But yeah, it's very interesting. You can go in and you can start to see the prices. This usually happen in the case where the multiple ad it's kind of it coupled within the same single ad, and they didn't really put price in the first one, so you can go in and start to see the prices. Now, yeah, you can go on and on and on and then just look at the house, and it's very interesting to, like, this is another property here in Bridge, Kidder, 3 bed house, 3 bath, size is 96 square meter and it's semi-detached, and the BER rating is C2 and so on. So, and then so this the filter is kind of, it's very helpful tools to, it helps you, to prevent you from wasting time having to check 100 or 200 properties. You just narrow them down to specific type of information you're looking for. And now let's go to how you can sort all those listings. For example, like you can go to, where is it now, the sorting. Usually here, for example, you want to sort them by the most uh, recently uploaded, updated ad, or you want to start from the lowest price first to high, or you want to start from the high end. In this, for this example, I would choose the low to high. and you can start see that the price will start building up from 249 to 260 to 75 and so on and so forth. And then if you can also want to select the most recent, of course, for your property. I mean, in my case, if I'm looking for an investment property, normally I wouldn't want to select the most recent. If there is anything called the oldest, that's where I will start from because for investment property, you're trying as much as possible to buy the properties under the below the market value, and then and it's, in this case it's recommended that you start with the oldest properties. Say somebody has put some houses there since within the last 6 months they haven't seen any single buyer or even 1 year, so it will be a good deal for you as an investor. So recommend you go with the oldest one first. Now that being said, let's so if you found anything interesting to you, just open that listing and then you go through the full description. It's very, very important that you read all descriptions and then you look at the pictures. I mean, some of them sometimes the pictures can be very decisive. Sometimes they have the way of magnifying those pictures. Like when you see them, you see a very big space, but by the time you go visit the house, you realize that it's really very small. But one of the best way to know is, to pay particular attention to the meter square of the house. That will give you some good indication or some good picture of how big the property is rather than the physical image. Sometimes it's not very realistic. And go into them and research and so on. Now, of course, on the ad, if you want to contact the auctioneer, you see the name of the auctioneer, you see the phone number, email address, and then of course make sure that you read those details very carefully, and yeah. So if you want to search for your searching to be limited to only a new homes. So you go back to the Daft.ie. You see, when we started the search, we did not specify if we're looking for old or new property. We only selected by and we start to and we added come together. But if you're looking for new homes, you go down here. You see the browse by section and you see sharing result. Here you go, new homes, and you put the new homes there. Again, you can now select the location and then and go to there into one lexicon to read, for example. So you can see that there are only 10, development. Doesn't mean 10 out. Does not necessarily mean there are only 10 houses in this county, but it's saying that there are 10 developments right now, but 10 estates. So 10 in here. Let's have a look at county there. The more the better. It says 42. Obviously, this country is very big. So you select and say done. Again, if you want to use the filter to just to just to limit the house to your budget, the search to your budget. Let's say 400K. It's a max you can buy. Let's say semi-detached. We have 18 properties there now. Let's unfilter this. You see a lot more. If I also, remove this pricing, you see even more. But now semi goes back to 18. Now you apply that filter. There we go. You start to see houses. This place. This is the name of the estate. Spire View. Johnstown Bridge in Kildare. Prices started from 390 euros, 390,000 euros, excuse me. And then that's another estate there, somewhere also in County Kildare. And these they look more like apartments. Not sure. We can maybe go to in them this Atari 390 and so on. This is a new build as well. In one shriving. And then starting from 390,000 euros. Let's go into this. Too bad. It's 390,000. This is 3-bed house. 440,000. Let's have a look at that. So yes, it looks very nice, and then can assure you I know these properties very well, and I also know the builders, the developer of this estate. Very good. They are very nice, beautiful, and solid houses. So that's how it works. Now, if you are interested in buying them, or you want to reach out to the agent, or you just want to save that property, for example, you can usually there will be this heart icon which you can select. I believe it is maybe that one, this one. When you select that, the property will be saved somewhere for you to review later. And then if you want to contact the agent, you just can always reach out to them from here. So you can reach out to them from there, and then a very professional tips. It's very good to have already a very short, polite, and simple message ready, and this can really improve your chances of getting response from the agent. Once you go there, you just drop the message to them interested in that property, and they like to arrange for viewing if still available, and they should expect to hear back from them. Sometimes their reply can be very quick, and sometimes it take some days. Now, and that's it. That's how you search for property on Daft.ie quickly and effectively. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more updates on house buying in Ireland. Thanks for watching, and best of luck with your property search. See you in my next video. Bye.